Hello everyone, how are we all doing this fine, beautiful evening? Coming to you live from Disneyland, specifically Critter Country here, heading into work. I will be at the Main Street Magic Shop tonight and tomorrow night from 6 till park closing. So if you are at Disneyland and you want to come stop in and say hello, please do so. And if you're not at Disneyland, why are you not here? You need to be here. Anyway, just wanted to hop on stream real quick, see if any of you guys are here. If any of you want to hang out. I'm not going to be on long, just for about 15 minutes or so.
I didn't realize
But
how tall I grew until
wanted to make a couple of announcements. Announcement number one. I know I haven't been too active on the channel, but I will be posting more videos starting as early as this week. I've already posted a review, if you haven't checked that out. I reviewed Fortuna by David Jonathan and Nicholas Mavresis. I also plan to post a performance video and a new magic tutorial within the next couple of weeks. I also just posted the manga book test, so if you haven't checked that out yet, I will be posting more tutorials as well. Now, speaking of tutorials, the members section, you may or may not have noticed, has changed a little bit. So the $1 tier is now for the mob support team. Those of you guys who just want to support the channel, it's only $1 a month. You'll still get early access to all the videos. If you want access to the tutorial page, you will want to become a Mob Squad member. Now, if you used to be a Mob Squad member for $1, I tried my very best to get you guys grandfathered in at that price, and unfortunately, YouTube wouldn't allow me to do that. So, if you want access to the tutorial playlist again, you will want to upgrade back to a Mob Squad member, and that is $5 a month. I also added a top tier. The Mob Boss tier is $100 a month, and that gets you access to the tutorials, all of that stuff, as well as one-on-one sessions with me. So you can join me for either 1 hour of Zoom calls, an actual Zoom lesson. I can look at your technique and I can walk you through how to improve your technique or your magic performances, etc. once a month, or 4 times a month, once a week. You can hop on the phone with me for 30 minutes and we can discuss whatever you want. If you have questions about anything, you need professional advice, stuff like that. So that is the membership system. Looks like I have Bear Magic in here. He's saying hello, and we'll like to look at that last part. Yes. So the tutorials playlist, a lot of people, I think, are used to magic tutorials being like a quick 5-minute little thing, and it's like, you know, like something like small and cheesy or whatever. Basically, full projects I'm uploading to this playlist. So my Tour de Force project, that is about 45 minutes worth of material. I have a couple of lectures posted there. The Ninja Plus Sessions project. So if you're looking to get into the linking rings, my Ninja Rings Abridged routine is there. My finger ring magic is there. Matthew Garrett's Ninja Plus magic is there, as well as Tom Brooks' Barblade routine. So again, you guys should check that out. The manga book test, which is the latest one that I just posted. The tutorial itself is almost 2 hours long, but there is at least 8 other, I want to say 8 or 9 other bonus videos that you will automatically get instant access to as well. That's like 5 hours of content. So a ton of stuff. If you're looking to improve your mentalism, you'll want to check that out. Looks like Weston just came in here. How's it going, Weston? Hope you're well, my friend. Thank you so much for being a supporter, Weston. Really, really appreciate you. And not only a Mob Squad supporter here on the YouTube channel, but just in general. You're always liking, sharing, commenting, on all my posts, on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. So thank you so much for that. It really helps a lot. Here's the Mark Twain. Real live steam powered paddle boat. Really cool. Some of you may or may not know this. I used to actually work here in Frontierland. We'll go swing by my old gig before I started working at the magic shop. We'll go check that out and see if you guys can post in the comments there where you think I used to work. I'll give you a hint. There were 4 locations at Disneyland that I used to work before working in the magic shop. I'm going to show you one of them now. See if you guys can figure out what the other 3 are. I think I already kind of gave it away. Here in Frontierland was where I worked at one of them. And I'll show you guys here. Just kind of got to navigate the crowds. Very packed crowds here at the park. I don't know if you guys can see it or not in the background there. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I was a miner for about 7 years, give or take. One of my favorite rides. One of my favorite rides as a kid, and still one of my favorite rides to this day. We'll go walk past a couple of my other attractions on my way in. Like I said, I'm heading into the magic shop now. So, yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me on this stream. Weston says Indiana Jones. Let's see if Weston is correct here. We're gonna go swing by 2 of my other attractions. I also saw Space Mountain on there. I'll give you a hint. All of the attractions that I worked at were on the west side of the park. So if you're looking down Main Street, starting at the entrance of the park, looking towards the castle, everything to the left of the castle is the west side of the park. I only worked attractions on the west side. So far, a couple of guesses. I've heard Indiana Jones. I think I saw Space Mountain in Toontown. Toontown is considered east side, I believe, even though technically it's behind the castle. Fantasyland attractions are all considered the east side of the park, as is Tomorrowland. So nothing in Tomorrowland, nothing in Fantasyland. Technically, I also worked at this attraction, although I never officially had a shift here, so I don't think it counts. But I was trained on this one, the Enchanted Tiki Room. It's a really cute little show where birds and flowers sing songs of joy and wonder, and the kids absolutely love it. It's also home of the world famous Dole Whip, which is basically an ice cream smoothie, but made from pineapple. It's delicious. They have a few different variations of it. But yeah, so never officially had a shift there. I worked in that theater for about 30 minutes to send someone on a break one time, and that was about the extent of that. But otherwise, here are 2 of the other attractions that I worked at, kind of back to back. I'll show you guys here as soon as I can pull over and not get ran over by anybody.
Oh, yes, of course.
The world famous Jungle Cruise being one of them. A really fun attraction if you've never ridden that. Basically, you ride a jungle boat through the rivers of the world, and your skipper, that's what they call the driver of your boat, tells some of the worst jokes you've ever heard in your life. It's so much fun. And the other attraction being, if I can zoom in there, the Indiana Jones Adventure, which I want to say Weston got correct. So that's 3 out of the 4 attractions, technically 5 if you count Tiki Room, that I worked at here at Disneyland. The last one, I will give you a hint. It was Walt Disney's favorite attraction. And it is one of the oldest attractions at the park. But I'll let you guys, we'll come say hi to my friend over here.
I was like, hi.
Say hello. You are live, my friend.
I am live. Yes, I'm always live
You
here.
are live.
I am
and you are
live.
live.
I am live, which has not always been the case, but here we are.
How you doing, pal?
Good to see you.
All right, I'm just showing all the folks at home that didn't know this about me. I actually used to work in attraction.
Absolutely.
I worked
right
with Eddie here at the world famous Jungle Cruise, and next door at the Temple of the Forbidden Eye, aka the Indiana Jones Adventure.
In the big green box.
That's right.
Absolutely.
We're making our way all the way to Main Street to where I currently work.
Oh yes,
at
absolutely.
the Disneyland Magic Shop, and then I'm going to clock in and start my shift.
Sounds good. All right. Well, you have fun now. Good to see you. Pleasure.
Great to see you as well.
One of the best here. All right. Have a good one now.
So great to see friends that I used to work with in attractions back in the day. They say too, you can take the skipper out of the jungle, but you can't take the jungle out of the skipper. Meaning once a skip, always a skip for life. And I think that is kind of true because I do still have that sort of terrible sense of humor. A lot of you have seen that in my magic shows. If you've seen me live or seen any live performances here on YouTube, you've seen that humor kind of come through a little bit. But we are going to make our way to Main Street now, which is home of that fourth attraction that I told you about that I used to work. Don't know if anyone's guessed yet. I have a few people that have come in here. See if I can remember how to pull up the chat. How do I pull up chat? All messages are visible. There we go. All right, let's see. Weston's looking at the map. No cheating, Weston. Noah says hello. Noah, thank you so much for being a Mob Squad member. Really appreciate you, buddy. Anywho's, we're making our way to Main Street right now. And before we get there, I'm going to see if anyone can guess that last attraction that I used to work here. Thanks for the shout out finally. If you subscribed and haven't gotten a shout out yet, I am in the process of making videos and getting caught up on the shout outs. Again, I apologize. I haven't really been posting too much on YouTube these days, but that will change. I've just been so busy with life and getting Deuce Gala going and all of that stuff. But yeah, so all right, let's see. All right, Weston says he can only guess. Yeah, you can only guess, Weston. All right, fine. You can go ahead and look at the map. Noah says Main Street transportation. You're not wrong, but also not exactly correct. There are multiple forms of transportation here on Main Street. You have the classic Main Street vehicles, which are your omnibus and your fire truck and your buggies, your horseless carriages, right? You also have the horse-driven streetcar that's actually driven by real-life horses. Yes, they are not animatronic, they are real. And your third mode of transportation, let's see if you guys can guess. You guys are almost there. I'll give you one last hint. Technically, it is considered a Main Street attraction because the main stop is at Main Street, but it also makes stops at three other parts of the park: Frontierland, Toontown, and Tomorrowland. Noah's going crazy. He's saying the train. That's right. I was a conductor on the Disneyland Railroad as well. Probably the chillest job that I've ever worked aside from the Main Street Magic Shop, to be honest with you, because it is so much fun. You literally just welcome guests as they get on the train, and you chill on the train and just vibe as you drive through the rivers of America and past. Speaking of vehicles, there's Matt driving the fire engine. He is very focused because he doesn't want to run people over who are refusing to move out of the way. Such is the life of a Main Street Vehicles cast member, always making sure you're not running people over. That's basically your whole shift, is making sure that you're not killing anybody with the vehicles. Those vehicles are very, very old. They are clutch driven, and from what I understand, they only go like 2 speeds. So here we are at the Main Street Magic Shop. So before I go in, Noah had a question. How did I get my job at the Main Street Shop? Actually, really funny story. It is one of those at the right place at the right time kind of situations. A good friend of mine is the manager here at the Main Street Magic Shop, and they needed to replace another employee that had just left. And so he was asking me, hey, do you know anyone that would be happy to do this? And one of the reasons that I left attractions initially was to focus on becoming a full-time magician. And the Disneyland scheduling was very tight and very difficult to work around. I would find myself having to call out from shifts because they just would not give me the time off to do the gigs and things that I needed. So I left Disney and focused on becoming a magician full-time. This was around 2016. In 2019, the manager here at the Magic Shop gives me a call asking if I know anyone that would be interested. And I told him, yeah, I'm interested. I'd love to do it. The only thing that's holding me back is the scheduling situation. What is it like? And he basically said, I'll give you whatever shifts you want. As long as you can work a couple days a week for me here, I'll be more than happy to help you out. So that worked out just perfectly. I got a job here in 2019, which was a blessing in disguise because COVID happened. And for those of you who are gig workers, you guys will remember when everything shut down, gig workers were basically screwed because you were not able to collect any kind of unemployment, and you weren't really able to work for the most part because most things were shut down, especially if you're an entertainer. Basically everything was shut down. The only avenue for people was doing virtual shows, Zoom performances and things like this. And a lot of magicians were very successful at that. And a lot of magicians not so successful. Unfortunately, me being one of them, it was very hard for me to transition to virtual. So I relied mostly on online sales, which were also at an all-time low because, like I said, no one was buying anything because everyone was unemployed. And getting unemployment. And then luckily the stimulus checks kicked in and I was able to coast through COVID without worrying about making rent or any of that stuff. And then last year, things slowly started opening back again. And now this year, things are pretty much fully open. I mean, look at this. Here's Main Street. The park is packed and not at full capacity necessarily, but pretty full. So there you have it. I hope you guys had a great time hanging out with me here before my shift. Let's go in and say hello to Xavier, who is working right now. What's up, man?
Hey, I'm doing just fine. How's it going?
You got 500 people live watching you right now, and by 500 I mean 5 people.
That's right.
You want to do a magic trick for everybody before I get off the stream here and clock in for my magical shift?
Yeah, sure. Actually, so I was learning this new trick from a boy who cried magic. Right.
Oh, there you go.
Right.
Little shout out there to Andy Gladwin.
Little shameless plug right now. So here, Michael, do you mind shuffling these?
Yes. I will give him a cut. I'll give him a cut.
Thank you. That was
one-handed. I haven't learned the one-handed shuffle just yet.
Neither have I. So I'm going to take about like 12 of these cards. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 cards. Okay. So Michael, what I want you to do is just take a look at them, choose one, but don't look at it. No, look at it. I'm sorry. Just don't.
Don't say it.
Just think it.
Thinking. I'm thinking it. Are you thinking one? I'm thinking it. All right, I got it.
Okay, so what I want you to do is just give this a wash.
What does that mean?
A casino wash.
Oh.
Alright, so okay.
Boom.
So they all should be fine, right? They all should be completely shuffled. Now, just to make sure, it's not on the bottom, right?
It's not on the bottom.
Not on the top?
It's not on the top.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and find it. We're gonna play a game called Whack a Card, right? So whack a card. I'm gonna show you your card, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it down there, and when you see your card here, you're gonna whack it. I'm gonna try and whack it before you do, okay?
All right.
And if you whack it before me, well, you win. But I'm gonna cheat. I know I'm gonna cheat, right? So I'm gonna have my stopwatch out. So why? Well, cause you know, there's been studies done saying how if you have a clock out, like a stopwatch, a timer, a watch, you know, it's gonna stress you out more. So I'm just trying to stress you out so I can win, okay?
All right. I'm already kind of stressed out just listening to that. So
Yeah, me too. Okay,
let's see.
So I have it started. Okay, so tell me. Like I said, remember, you see it down here, smack it.
All right.
So there's card number 1, the 10 of hearts, okay? Put that down there. That's not your card?
On my card.
Card number 2, the 3 of clubs. That's not your card?
On my card.
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
Okay, well, card number 4, the 9 of spades. Is that not your card?
That's not it either.
Oh, man, really? None of these are it? Okay, well, Jack of clubs. Is that not your card?
That's not it.
Man, I'm really stressing out here. Okay, so Jack of clubs this time. That's not your card. Are you sure?
No.
Man, this guy has a really good poker face. I guess that's why he's a magician. So Queen of clubs. Is that not it?
That's not it.
Dang. All right. You sure? Are you positive?
I'm positive.
Man, okay. Well, let's try this one more time. 8 of spades. Is that not it? Are you sure?
That's not it either.
Man, what am I doing here? Okay. 4 of clubs. Is that not it?
That's not it.
None of these are it. None of these are it.
None of them are it.
Okay. Jack of diamonds.
Boom.
Okay. Thought I got you. Okay, well, can you make sure that that is your card, the Jack of Diamonds?
That's my. What? I got
Well,
the debate.
Actually, well, can you check all those cards, actually, to make sure that's not in there?
I don't see it.
No, crazy,
I
right?
don't
So,
see it.
what you should have done, actually, you should have paid attention to the clock.
Oh,
You want to know why you should have paid attention to the clock?
I see something under the clock.
So do I. Do you want to go ahead and check what that is?
I want to check that this is the Jack of Diamonds. Which means technically I didn't slap the card. You didn't slap it either, though.
I
Dang
won.
it. All right, now you won. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to get ready to rock the clock
Yeah, right.
and send this gentleman home. I'll see you guys next time. If you are joining the stream afterwards, please go ahead and leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, join, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.